When you activate, you literally become the Holy Grail. Yeah. When you do this work in and on your root chakra and continue to do this work in and on your root chakra to raise it up through your body to your crown, to be crowned, so that you are sitting on the throne of your purpose and your power. You are in your purpose and your power. You literally become the Holy Grail because you have done the work to heal and awaken and activate your Kundalini serpent fire energy. This energy comes from your womb. This energy originally derives from your pussy. POOS hyphenated E. For those of you who need to get your merch, go ahead and do that. Click the Linktree link in the description box. You'll be guided to get your merch. Also, get your copy of Activate Listen. You become the Holy Grail, and you are too sacred for people who don't know how to handle holy things. But let me tell you why. Welcome to Alcheminity, because turning pain into power is sexy. And I am your host and creator of this colony and the many colonies we are building around our globe, hell, around our galaxies at this point. I am your queen bee, Miss Burgess, if you're nasty. And we're going to get right into this message, y'all. Listen, you're too sacred for people who don't know how to handle holy things. And y'all know how my mind works. Listen, we are holy, right? In the front, we got a hole in the back, got a hole in the top, got a hole in the nose. Y'all know I got to be silly every now and then. Listen, you are indeed too sacred for people who don't know how to handle holy things. And you are the Holy Grail. You are now. You are now. As an activated, chosen alchemist, yeah. What you carry and what you've activated, what you have awakened and what you are integrating is divine energy. It's your God and Goddess energy. It is formidable and unfuckwithable power. Right? When you do this work to heal and purify, I'm here in India, Ari, purify me, baby. I'm taking your hand, and that's more than enough. It's like jumping in the river of, woo, purify me, baby. Yeah, yeah. It's like summertime always, like it's sunny out all day. Whenever you smile, it's sweeter than mama's homemade. What? Whenever you smile, it's sweeter than mama's homemade. Listen. She said, I'm taking your hand. It's like jumping in the river of purify me, baby. It is. For you, it is, baby. You have flowing rivers and fire. You have activated the God in you, and I see the God in you. Okay, India Ari, stop possessing me in this channeled message. Yeah. You have awakened and activated your God and Goddess energy, right? You've raised in this Kundalini serpent power up. It is risen up. It is standing upright in you and what you carry now, what you've activated now, who and what you are now. Because remember, we are vessels as activated chosen ones, right? As alchemists, we are vessels for something formidable and ancient. This is ancient power. This is ancient wisdom, ancient philosophies, a spirituality, our spiritual gifts, our empathic abilities, our talents, our skills, all these things we have activated and brought online. We have awakened and risen up inside of us. What you have awakened inside of you is holy and it is sacred and it is all raising up from your pussy. POOS hyphenated E. Through your womb, up through your body, all the way up to your crown. Crowning you as the divine alchemist, as the divine one. Yeah. When you activate, You are too sacred for people who don't know how to handle holy things. You are off limits to any Tom, Dick, and Harry. You're off limits to the average Joe Blow. For my fellas, you're off limits to the average Boquisha and them. Peaches and them. Yeah. You're off limits. Even for my fellas, let me just talk to my fellas for a moment. I know my work here is bespoke and tailored and targeted for a certain group of women, certain types of women on this planet, the divine alchemists, the divine goddesses on this planet. My page is designed for. But for my fellas, every now and then, I feel I need to remind you that you are too holy for the average woman. In my last video, I mentioned President Abraham I can't say the last name, President Abraham of Burkina Faso. Do you think the average woman could have him? Huh? Do you think the average woman could have Abraham? No. She would have to be a divine activated alchemist to even have access to even be in his presence, right? Now, this doesn't mean to walk around as if your shit don't stink, because your shit still stinks. All of our shit still stinks. Hello. This doesn't mean you walk around like you are better than anyone. It just means that you know that it matters the company you keep, because the company you keep could add to or destroy or take away or siphon the power that is running through you. I'm hearing Samson and Delilah. He had an average chick on his arm. Okay. She wasn't the activated, baddest, dopest alchemist, chosen one. She was the average bitch, right? She cut his hair, his power, and that took away his power, right? That's the story, yeah? Yeah. So same for you, for my brothers, my white chocolate brothers, my dark chocolate brothers, my butter pecan Puerto Ricans, my Middle Eastern, my Asian, my whatever you are, okay? You are not for the average chick. Know that. You're doing this work and have done this work in and on yourself, and continue to do this work to activate and integrate in and on yourself. My root chakra, my throat chakra right now is doing what it's doing because this message is being channeled. But you know who you are and the work you're doing in and on yourself. Do not allow the average chick to come into your life just because she cute, just because she got a big booty or big breasts. Just because she may have a cute face and a smile doesn't make her an activated divine one. You know the truth by the way it feels. Trust it. And I don't mean you just feel it in your cocks. Oh, should I save some of this for members only? Maybe. Listen, you are too sacred for people who don't know how to handle. You're too sacred for people who don't know how to handle holy things. Holy meaning you are a vessel that is literally carrying God and goddess energy through your body. Right? You've done this work and continue to do this work. Not anybody should just be able to have access to you. And they don't. Not anymore. They don't. You don't allow that anymore. And it's so interesting because sometimes, do y'all feel like you have a difficult time humaning or being human? Right? Sometimes you feel like, gosh, I know that I'm in these human bodies having a human experience, but I can feel, the ancientness of the energy that's flowing through me. I can feel it so much so that it's hard for me to sometimes be human. And that's why the average Joe Blow or the average Jane or Judy could never step to you. They'll just watch you. They've tried in the past. But all they'll be able to do is just look at you when you walk past. They'll just stare at you like a deer in headlights. Y'all ever get those reactions when you're out in public? The average person just staring at you. They may make a compliment about you as you walk past. They may call you beautiful. They may say you're handsome. You just smile and say thank you. You bow a little bit and you keep going. Because you're not ignoring the average Joe Blow or the Jane. You're not ignoring them. They're just not able to be in your experience fully. They're not able to fully immerse in your experience or in the experience of you. They don't have access. Literally. I put out a quote some years ago, actually, and it said, and this was a channeled message, and it said, and I actually posted on my Instagram anyway. Got a lot of likes from my men subscribers and followers and associates. And I'm going to paraphrase, but it said, some men think that women have up walls, right? That we put up walls, that we have barricades around our hearts and things like that. And I say, that really isn't true. What it really is some of you just don't have access to the kingdom because you don't have the key, right? And that's paraphrasing. It's not that you have walls up, right? But you are a protected palace. Your body is your temple. You are a protected temple, protected in the spiritual realm. Also, protectors are going to be coming in the physical realm. Yeah. Those of you have counterparts that are coming in that are going to protect and safeguard your passage through this life, your passage through your purpose and your mission. But it's not that she has walls up. It's just that you don't have the keys to her particular palace or kingdom or temple. And the only way that you would have the keys is if and when you do the work in and on yourself and continue to do the work in and on yourself to become an activated one as well. You only have the keys to the kingdom if you are also a chosen one. You only have the key. Long live the king, you know it. Long live the king, you know king, you the king, you know it. The king, you know it. That's what I'm hearing. My mind has been on the president of Burkina Faso. So many life-threatening attempts have been taken against him. And to Mr. Abraham of Burkina Faso, I will tell you, you are the king, you know it. Long live the king, you know it. You are protected. Divine feminine energies we send to you, our divine feminine energies we send around you to protect you and safeguard you in the spiritual and energetic realms. We are protecting you. We've got you. Don't worry. And I know that you're not worried. Anyway, let me make sure, is this thing still on? Is this still recording, y'all? I'm using a new recording device thing, and I want to make sure it's still recording. Okay, it is. Anyway. Yeah, you are too sacred for people who don't know how to handle holy things. You know why a lot of relationships that you may have entered into ended in the past or never even got off the ground? They had to end because you would never have come into full power of who you are and what you are if those relationships had continued. You wouldn't be in your missions and your purposes right now because guess what? You would have missed out on going to that event you were supposed to go to meet your destiny changers. You would have forgotten to send that email because you would have been too wrapped up in the arms of somebody who didn't even know how to handle your sacredness in the first place. You would have missed that phone call. You would have missed that opportunity because you would have been too wrapped up in that person. They would have been too wrapped around you. Those things had to end in order for you to come into power and purpose. And don't worry, those things end so that new opportunities and people can come in. People and opportunities that align with who and what you are now. Oh my gosh. If you thought it was something then, if you thought that person was something then, if you thought that opportunity was something then, wait until you see what comes in now that you're activated and fully risen in your power and in your purpose. Ooh, baby, it's going to be arousing. It's going to turn you on. Physically, mentally, spiritually, emotionally, you are going to be turned the fuck on about what comes and who comes. Into you, into your life, to your life. Excuse me, I say into you, into your life now. Shouts out to the Come Masterclass members over on patreon.com/alcheminity. Make sure you become a Come Masterclass member. There are some new objectives that's going to be coming into the Come Masterclass. By the way, we are still on the Sacred Sex Goddess series over on Patreon. So if you feel so inclined, please join over there. Once again, once you activate, you are You are too sacred for people who don't know how to handle holy things. Also, it's important that you know that you are in alignment with people who know how to handle sacred and holy things, because to the average person, you're weird. I'm a weirdo. I don't belong here. I don't belong here. I am a creep. We are weirdos. I'm thinking about the what was the movie? My movie, was it The Craft? And the guy with Bush, I was like, watch out for those weirdos, ladies. Homegirl turns around and says, we are the weirdos, mister. Yeah. So it's important that you align with people who understand your holiness and your sacredness and your spiritual gifts and spiritual abilities, because you are going to be moving and activating and speaking and navigating the world in a certain way where to the average person it is weird, it is abnormal, it is taboo, it's unorthodox, but to the person who aligns with your sacredness, right, with you being the holy grail, they understand, overstand, and understand it, and they are aroused by it, and they want to protect that as much as they possibly can. It isn't weird to them that you go off into your meditation space or you go off into the wilderness in the woods to meditate and hug trees and ground. It isn't weird to them. As a matter of fact, they're watching your six while you do it, right? They're watching your back. They're asking people to stand clear. She's in meditation over here. Walk over there. Walk around. Go around. She's meditating right now. Right? It isn't weird to them that, y'all are in love and you're living together, and maybe, and you're sleeping in the same bed, and she gets up and goes into the living room and lights some candles and sit in the middle of the floor in the dark with some candles lit to meditate. And she's using her singing bowls and she's in the middle of the living room crying. It's not weird to him, because guess what? He's going to let you have your moment, and then he's going to come in there. And while you're on the floor in fetus position, he's going to come in there and he's going to hold you. He's going to cradle you. When you're done, he's going to pick you up off the floor like a baby. He's going to pick you up, carry you back to the room, and put you back in the bed and cover you up with some nice warm fuzzy blankets. Because he knows what you just did was a spiritual ritual or some sort of spiritual rite. He knows that you are channeling. So he's going to be there to pick you up off the ground. He's going to blow out the candles. He's going to carry you back to y'all's room. He's going to put you back in bed when you're done. He's going to cover you up, and he's going to hold you and kiss you and give you forehead kisses. He's going to hold you and rock you back to sleep. Oh, you are too sacred for people who don't know how to handle holy things. This is how you need to be handled as an activated alchemist. You need to be handled like that. You need to be cradled like that sometimes. And it's important that you align with people who can handle and cradle you like that. I'm hearing, fuck you back to sleep, girl. Who is that? Trey Songz? I don't know who that is. Yeah. That part. Now, I'm not a religious person, but do y'all remember that part in the Bible? I take what resonates and I leave the rest, but there's a part in the Bible where it talks about the Holy Grail, and there were these men carrying the Holy Grail, and then it was about to fall, and one of them tried to catch it, and God smited him, right? Because he touched it, right? You weren't supposed to touch it. And I'm getting, because when you activate, and basically you're activating and becoming the Holy Grail, not everybody can have access to you again. Not everybody can touch you. If you notice, as a chosen one, as an earth angel now, because you're an earth angel now when you activate. But if you notice, I don't know if you maybe witnessed it or you just know it intuitively, but the people that tried to come against you, come against us, people who tried to do spell work against us to stop us, to keep us stuck, stagnant, delayed, people who've tried to mock us, laugh at us, talk about us behind our back, people who've tried to slander our name, drag our name through the mud, maybe drag your business through the mud, right? Tried to down talk things that you were creating and doing and saying. But touch not my anointed, same thing, not touch not my holy grails. But those people who've tried to come against you are paying the price. They're having to pay the piper. Piper. They are having to pay the piper for having tried to come against you. Yeah. Touch not my anointed. I don't know if y'all remember the story I told y'all when I was in the thick of the dark night of the soul journey. I was in Publix in the grocery store with my mom one day. She had come to visit and we went to the grocery store. And at this time, the attacks were heavy spiritually, and the physical attacks were just coming out of nowhere. So that's what happens when you're on the spiritual journey. People think it's a pretty journey. It is not. It's not sunshine, rainbows, and butterflies. Anyway, this random woman comes up to me and says that I stepped on her, was bumping into her. Now, she came up from behind me, okay? Anyway, when she came up to me to say that, I said what I said to her. I said, are you saying that I'm walking backwards? Because how could I bump into you if you're behind me? If anything, you're bumping into me, right? You're probably bumping into me, but I never felt her, never even saw her. She just came out of nowhere. It was a spiritual attack. She was trying to attack. And she wanted to try to fight me, like physically assault me. Again, I told this story before, but she wanted to physically assault me, and her son was with her. And she was about to try to come for me. Whatever I said to her, it pissed her off, and it got into her ego because she realized that she was the one at fault and it wasn't me. And her son pulled her arm and was like stopping her, trying to stop her, saying, "Mom, I'm tired of this. I'm out of here." And so it must be something that she does, right? Something that she actually does. Like she looked like she was a fighter. Okay. The son started to walk away. And she walked away. She wanted to physically assault somebody she never met, me, because whatever reason or mental illness she was dealing with, right? And she walked away. I'm telling that story because when you activate, you become the Holy Grail. There are people who want to try to lay hands on you, and they can't. They may try to get up in your face and they won't be able to touch a hair on your pretty little head as an activated alchemist, chosen one. Why? Because you are the Holy Grail. Touch not my anointing. Your spiritual guides and your ancestors would dare. I'm hearing, I wish a motherfucker would. When you become the activated alchemist, chosen, when you do this work on and in yourself, there is an energy that is awakened in you, that walks with you, walks beside you, and dares a motherfucker to try it. You don't have to say a word. You don't have to do a thing. They will have to walk away. You are the Holy Grail. When you activate, you become too sacred for people who don't know how to handle holy things. So, as an activated alchemist, your palace doors, your temple doors are only open. It's not even open, but can only be accessed by people who can handle sacred and holy things. And the people that are coming into your life do know how to handle them because they have the key to the kingdom. Long live the kings. They are the kings, the gods who have access to your kingdom, to your palace, to your temple doors. You are ready now. We are ready now. And here they come. Brace yourselves. I'm hearing a stampede. Ooh. Brace yourselves for the incoming of those who know how to handle sacred and holy things like you. If this resonates, make sure you like this. Make sure you share this. Make sure you subscribe if you haven't already. Shouts out to all the new subscribers. I see you. Thank you for being here. Thank you for making this your home. Thank you for making this colony your home. Please don't forget to donate into Alcheminity so we can help bring these messages even more global. There are people who need to know that they are not alone, that we exist here in the colony. I love y'all, and I'll speak to y'all. I'll see y'all in the next episode. Ciao for now. Mwah.